Where are the people? No, really, where are the people? In Marrickville, where are they? Where are the people in Marrickville? So this research question interested me at the beginning of the Marrickville Town Square campaign because a really important principle of urban design, and specifically the design of good functioning public space, like town squares and so on. A really important principle here is that you have to support existing movements of people through space. And if you design a space for high traffic like a town square, but you put it out of the way where people don't normally go to, then it probably won't do very well. And we have examples about this. The Italian Forum being one of them. So where do the people go? Where are the people in Marrickville? So I did a little bit of citizen science and at a very mundane lunchtime on Tuesday, I print out a whole bunch of maps of the high street of Marrickville Road and Illawara Road. And then I put them on clipboards, and then over half an hour, and I did this really quickly in order to try and get just one time period. So I walked all the way up Marrickville Road and all the way down Illawara Road, and I scribbled how many people were in each premises, right? In the shops, in the cafes, in the pubs, in the bank, and all the other institutions on our high street. Now, we should note that this does not include residents, and it doesn't include people who work. So this is just the general public. So this is people on the high street. Where are they? I have an answer. So having done this little piece of research, I recently tabulated the data and fed it into this fantastic online web GIS data visualization system called Kepler, which is fantastic, so good. So what we're about to see is at one particular time, Tuesday lunchtime in 2021, where people are in Marrickville. Let's have a look. Okay, here's Sydney. Let's find the people. So if we zoom in on Marrickville and zoom in on this spot right here, we can see our high streets. And there's Marrickville Road, and here is Illawara Road. Now, the height of those yellow blobs represent how many people are in each premises. And here we can look down Marrickville Road, and if we swivel around here, we can look down Illawara Road. This is heading south. We can see right down the street. This is Illawara Road. Cool. And every one of those yellow blobs represents a premises that I walked past and measured and quantified how many people were in. Every time there's a dot that's flat, it means there's zero, no people were there. Now you can see it's not every place has a dot, because some places were closed at this time. But this is a measurement of where the people were on our high street on a lunchtime on Tuesday. Now let's have a look, and this gets super interesting when we zoom in. So this, I think, is the Souvlaki brothers. That's the pub. That's the post office cafe. So you can see there are spikes where there are people, and there's, a smattering of people here and there at other places. You can see also here there's a really big point, but this was in 2021, and that is the old CES. So there were lots of people signing up at the CES at that time. That's no longer there, of course. But let's have a look now at Illawara Road, and Illawara Road is fascinating. Check this out. Again, this is some time ago, so that is Marrickville Pork Roll, and there were 6 people there, and there's 2 people here, there's 5 people here, a couple of people on the other side. So at No Cafe, there were 4 people, But if you look across the road at Illawara Place, look at those numbers. There are huge numbers of people in there. There were 40 people in the supermarket. There were 30 people in the gym. I think I had to kind of estimate that by peeking through windows. It probably looked creepy, but it's all for science. And then there were 14 people at the chemist. So that place alone is like 84 people right there, right opposite the square, because this right here is Marrickville Town Square. And then if you keep going down the road, you can see at the Vietnamese grocery shops, those little supermarkets down there, this one had 10 people in it, this one had 12, and this one had 25 people in it. And then another couple of cafes in this restaurant, I don't know who they were, but they were doing good business. I think that's before the current people opened there. So you can see that there is this massive spike of people immediately opposite the square. And when you pull back and look overall at the distribution of where people are in Marrickville, you can see that immediately around the square, that's where people are. This place will work as a town square because that's where people already are. And I should also point out, of course, that if we swing this thing around, that is where the new metro station is going to be. So for outsiders coming in, they're going to get off the train station here and they're going to walk up to the main drag past Marrickville Town Square. This is cool. Where are the people? Where are the people? And the people are around here. I mean, there's lots of people, but this is the highest density of people in our suburb. And this is where we should build the town square.